If you haven't yet started your business, but you want to work from home, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to talk about the top 5 things that might be intimidating or holding you back from going out there and launching your business. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. My name is Michaela Quinn, and I am the founder of Live Free Mama and MichaelaQuinn.com, where I help moms launch and grow their profitable freelance business from scratch. Little bit of backstory. I used to be a teacher. I desperately wanted to stay home with my babies, but I had to be bringing in income. I didn't want to sell a product or join an MLM. And long story short, I started freelancing as a virtual assistant, social media manager, and digital marketer, and quickly replaced my full-time income working part-time hours from home. And I am passionate about teaching moms everywhere how to make this their reality too. So let's go ahead and dive into today's topic. We are going to be talking about the 5 things that are potentially holding you back from launching your business and how to overcome them. Okay. The first thing is feeling like you have no skills or no services to offer in the online business space. I totally remember feeling like this, and it's something that held me back early on in my business too. My background was in education. I taught high school English for 4 years, and I just felt like I knew nothing about business. I had no skills to offer these online business owners. And finally, I discovered, after talking with a friend, she was like, hey, you have so many skills. You have so many talents. And she challenged me to kind of walk through my teaching experience and what my skills and talents were in the teaching realm, and then showed how I can translate them into the online space. So I can help you do this too as well. I have a brainstorming guide that I'll link in the show notes that you can go to grab and discover this for yourself as well. But I'll kind of share a little bit of my experience. So as a teacher, fresh out of college, I got a job at a Catholic high school, and one of my first responsibilities was creating the pre-AP curriculum from scratch. Now, I was a first-time teacher. I've never taught a regular class. I'd never taught an honors class besides my student teaching, and I had to come up with the curriculum. So I'm very creative. That right there shows me that I am very creative. I can manage difficult projects, which in the online space translates to project manager and content strategist. And then the other thing that I was really good at as a teacher was getting kids engaged and excited about ancient literature. I taught Beowulf, Oedipus, Antigone, the Odyssey, the Iliad, all these ancient texts that kids typically don't care about. But the way I taught and the way I engaged them, I got them excited and got them having a conversation in class about this. So that right there shows me that I can get anyone talking about anything, and therefore was a great social media manager for my clients. So there's 2 examples of how my past experience translated into the online experience where I felt like, oh my gosh, I've got no skills. So if you're feeling like that, I really challenge you to grab that brainstorming guide, sit down, reflect on your current job, your past job experience, and figure out what your strengths are. And I guarantee that you will come up with a service that you can offer to potential clients today. And I'm so excited to hear what that is. The second thing, after not feeling like you have a skills, is feeling intimidated by how far everyone else already is in their business. I remember feeling like this too. I would get on Facebook and kind of watch the conversations in some of these Facebook groups, and I just felt like, oh my gosh, I'm starting from the beginning. There's all these people who have awesome websites, have awesome testimonials, awesome referrals, and I just felt like I could not compete with them. But the truth of the matter is there is enough work for everyone, and there's always going to be new beginners. There's always going to be new people starting their freelance business, and there's always going to be new people starting an online business, and they might not have the huge budget for someone that's been in the business for a year, 2, or more that are charging the premium rates. They might have a budget for someone who is a beginner, and they might be willing to kind of train a beginner and let someone and invest in their skills and talents. So never feel like, oh my gosh, there's too many people out there. There's not, I can't compete in this climate, because people will hire you because of you and not necessarily your past experience. They'll hire you because you are a go-getter, because they like you and they trust you. So never let kind of the intimidation factor of, wow, everyone knows more than me, because that's always going to be there. There's always going to be someone that knows more than you, and you're also going to know more than someone else. You have different unique talents and skills than everyone else on the block. So don't hide and not get started just because there's people who are more advanced than you. The third thing that could be holding you back is feeling like you have no time. And this could be a real problem. It was for me. I was working full time. I had a daughter. I had to grow my income while I was still working in order to be able to quit. So at the beginning, I could have just sat there and whined and said, I have no time. But instead, I looked at my schedule, I looked at my calendar, I looked at my day to day and what I'm doing hour to hour, and I kind of made over my time, and I added in pockets of work so that I could work anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a day on top of full-time teaching in order to grow my business. So for me, that looked like working from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. before work. And then it looked like working from 7:30 to 9:30 or later, depending on what my client load was at that time. And in that time, if in the morning, what would I have been doing? I would have been sleeping. Um, that's an easy fix. In the evenings, what would I have been doing? I would have been sitting on the couch watching Netflix with my husband. So instead, I grabbed my laptop and I would sit next to him on the couch and work. So if you're feeling like you have no time, look at your schedule, look at when you can kind of make over your time and replace what you're doing with working. And it's going to be hard, and it's going to be a challenge in the stage where you're juggling a full-time job and trying to grow your business. But that's just the nature of trying to grow your business on the side. But in the end, it pays off, and it's well worth the couple months of struggle and sleepless early mornings and late nights. I promise you. The fourth thing is wondering, kind of that fear of like wondering, what if I fail? What if I don't get a client? What if no one hires me? And I just sent an email out to the people that are on my email list, kind of talking them through how to bounce back after you get told no from a potential client. And it's really all about kind of reshaping how you view failures. And a lot of people would think that being told no, or I'm not going to hire you from a potential client, is a failure. But if you look at that instance and that event, and instead of just saying, oh, bummer, and like throwing in the towel and giving up, but instead you look at that event and reflect on it and learn from maybe the mistakes you made or what went wrong and what went well in that call, you can, improve upon that for your future calls. So getting past the what if I fail, it's instead kind of developing this mindset of, I'm not going to fail. If something doesn't go the way I want it to, I am going to learn from it and grow from it. And that is one of the big differences from successful entrepreneurs to people that don't last and don't make it, is they're not willing to persevere and learn from their mistakes. They get told no once, twice, 3 times, and they give up. It might take you a couple times of being on discovery calls and sending proposals to clients to really nail down your process and get it. But once you do, learning from those mistakes, revising your processes, you will be successful, and it will feel so great. And the last thing that holds a lot of people back is not knowing where to get started. Launching your business, there's so many steps you need to take, so much to do, it feels like. And when you don't have a business background and everything seems so new, it seems so intimidating, like, oh, there's so much to do, I'm just going to not do anything. Um, but I want to encourage you that if you are interested and you are wanting to work from home, you want to make this happen for you and your family, to book a call with me. I offer 15-minute free fitting calls on Fridays, and you can just go to michaelaquinn.com/chat, and we'll set up a time. We'll kind of talk through the beginning stages. I'll get to know you, you'll get to know me, and we can see if I can help you. And if I can't, then I will connect you with someone who can. So that is the 5 things that could be holding you back in your business and how to overcome them. I hope that was helpful. And so let me know in the comments if it was. Let me know which element you struggled with or are struggling with, and we can kind of continue that problem-solving conversation. Or if you've moved past it, share your story. I love hearing other people's success stories, and it really does provide awesome motivation and inspiration for those other moms that are looking to get started and want to see all the success stories of those that have come before them. And lastly, if you want to stay up to date on all of my strategies, my motivation, and my tricks to grow your work from home freelance business, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, bye. I'm going to go eat lunch.